Hello, everyone. Welcome to class. My name is Amanda. If we have never met before, I teach here at Bodhi Seed Yoga Studio. My class time is 5:45 on Thursdays, so when we can have class again, I hope that you choose to join me. We are going to actually start in a seat today. So for class, you don't really need any props, though if you choose to use them, you're more than welcome. We will be on our knees for a little bit, so if you have sensitive knees, a blanket would be really nice to kneel on. Otherwise, you can always double up your mat and do it that way. If you use blocks in your practice, or you know that blocks better serve your practice, you can grab those. We may do, some forward folds or things like that, and the blocks are nice to bring the floor closer to you. It's totally your choice. Otherwise, let's go ahead and get started in a seat, either at the top of your mat or facing me, whatever feels good for you. I'm just facing you because the camera. If your hips are feeling a little tight today and you want to sit on a blanket just to boost yourself up and let the knees lower down, that's totally awesome. But go ahead and we're going to just start to ease into our practice, taking a gentle start, just getting settled in. So go ahead here, just coming to that seat. And just taking a moment to find stillness here where you can close the eyes. Trust me and trust yourself. Trust this practice. And just begin to notice how you're feeling today. Letting the hands rest wherever they naturally do. Finding a gentle lift from the heart, sitting up a little bit taller. And again, closing the eyes or relaxing and softening the gaze. See if you can unclench your jaw. And we'll just begin here by noticing the breath. Taking a moment to notice where the thoughts go. And then taking a moment to check in with the 4 parts of the self. So the physical body, how are you feeling today? Check in with the mental. Where is your mind going? Do you have a little bit of a monkey mind today? And check in with the emotional body. And how is your heart? What do you need from today's practice? And then finally, just being open to your spirit and your soul. How is your spiritual body doing? And once you've taken a moment to check in, to tune in, and to acknowledge and accept where you are, go ahead and take a deep inhale through your nose. And exhale, release it out the mouth. We'll take that 2 more times. Deep cleansing breath in through your nose, filling all the way up. And an audible exhale all the way out. 1 more time. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. And then gently seal your lips and continue to breathe just like this, in and out through your nose. Letting each inhale become more full. And let the exhale be as long as your inhale. And as you breathe in, feel the breath fill the belly and the chest and the heart. And then as you exhale, feel that space beneath your navel start to hug in. Keep this hugging of the low belly, pulling it up and in as you continue to breathe. And then on your next exhale, see if you can let the sit bones narrow and lift as your Mula Bandha begins to tone. So keeping both tones in your Mula Bandha and your Uddiyana Bandha, the low belly area. Let's take 2 more breaths here, in and out through your nose. And then gently bring your hands together in front of the heart, sitting up nice and tall, lengthen. And then as you exhale, just bow your head in towards your chest, connecting your body intelligence and your mind intelligence. And using this moment to set your intention for your practice. What do you need from today's class? And what made you decide to roll out your mat and join me today? Take one more deep breath in, sealing that intention in your mind's eye. And go ahead and exhale, release. Gently bat your eyes open. Hello. So we're going to start by inhaling, reaching your arms all the way up, lengthen through the sides of your waist. And then as you exhale, bring your right fingertips down to the right, reach that left arm up and then lean it over. Take that side bend here. Try to keep your heart lifted. Try not to collapse in the chest, but really reach up. Feel that side extension. Take one more deep breath in and out. And then on your next inhale, reach back up through center and take it the opposite way. The left fingertips come down. You reach that right arm up and then you take it over. Feeling that side extension in the right side of your body. Keep the heart lifted. Breathe. And see if you can keep the sit bones rooted into the earth. Take one more breath here. And then on your next inhale, reach the arms up. Let's do that one more time each side. Exhale, let the fingertips come down. And then reach that left arm up and over. Inhale, come back through center, lengthen. Exhale to the left. Take the left fingertips down, reach up. Inhale, come back through center, lengthen. And then as you exhale, see if you can hinge at your hips and fold forward, keeping both sit bones rooted into the earth. And you can walk your hands out a little bit further here if you want more of a stretch in the upper back. Breathe. Go ahead, inhale to slowly rise up. And we'll switch the cross of the legs, so the awkward leg is in front. And find that foundation. Inhale, reach your arms up. This time we'll take a twist here. So let that left hand come on top of your right knee as the right fingertips come back behind you. Really lengthening from the spine. And then as you exhale, maybe you start to twist a little deeper. Let your gaze fall over that right shoulder. But noticing here if you're cranking in your neck. Inhale, come back through center, reach the arms up, take it to the opposite side so that right hand comes on top of the left knee and the left fingertips come behind you. Really keep the spine long, feeling that long line of energy from the base of your spine out the crown of your head. Try not to fall into that back arm. Take one more breath. Inhale, come back through center, lengthen, reach up. And we'll take that one more time each side. So let that left hand come on top of your right knee, right fingertips come behind you. Each inhale, you lengthen through the spine. And each exhale, you twist a little bit deeper. One more inhale. On your next breath in, come back through center, reach up. And then exhale, take it to the opposite side again. Don't fall into that back hand. Keep the spine lifted and breathe. Inhale, come back through center, float the arms up. And then as we exhale, we fold it forward once more, reaching the hands down in front of us. And breathe. Always connecting back with your breath. And go ahead and rise on up. And we'll make our way into tabletop pose, hands and knees. So finding this foundation in your table pose, you want your wrists under your shoulders here, the knees in line with the hips. Really press into the tops of the feet, your fingertips spread wide. Gaze is towards the tip of the mat. And as you inhale, we drop the belly to lift the gaze, broaden through your collarbones. Exhale, really press the mat away as you tuck the chin, curl the spine, gaze comes towards the knees. Inhale for cow pose, drop your belly, lift your gaze. And exhale, take it to cat, round the spine. And go ahead and take a few rounds of cat and cow, moving with your own breath, starting to connect that breath with the movement. Maybe starting to send a little bit of friction to the back of the throat as we cultivate a little bit of that Ujjayi pranayama. Just breathing here, that ocean-like sound, letting that sound fill the room of wherever you are. Take 2 more cycles of breath here, in and out, through your nose. And then go ahead and begin to find a neutral table here. So we're gonna, on our inhale, straighten that right leg back behind us. Let the right heel be in line with your hip. Your toes point down, foot is flexed. Keep integrity in your hips here. But to protect the low back, really hug that low belly in, low floating ribs hug in so that your low back isn't doming. So try not to do one of these. Really pull, hug everything into the midline. Breathe. So your gaze is towards the tip of the mat. You're strong in your foundation, firm in the hands. Now, as you exhale, you're going to hug that knee in towards your nose and take a crunch. Breathe. Inhale, lengthen all the way back out. Exhale to crunch. Inhale to lengthen. Take 3 more just like this. Breathe. Exhale, you crunch, knee to nose. Inhale, you lengthen. And on your last one, keep that knee hugging in towards your nose. And we're going to take some fire hydrant movements here. So as you inhale, see if you can bring that right knee open to the right. So you're still flexing in that foot, still bending into your knee. Inhale, bring that right knee back towards the left knee. And then inhale again, open up to the right. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, open. Inhale, lower. 2 more, just like this. You're doing great. Inhale to lift. And lower it down. 1 more. And as you exhale to lower that leg down, step your foot up in between your hands and adjust this back leg here so that you can keep your right knee in line with your ankle. So we don't want this where the knee is over the ankle, we want it in line, okay? So ground down from that left foot. As you inhale, circle the arms up for a grounded crescent here. Breathe. Keeping that low belly again, hugging in to protect your low back. Spine is long. The shoulders are soft. Relax in your jaw. Arms are strong here. Take 1 more breath in and out through your nose. Now as you exhale, bring the fingertips down and step that foot back, table pose. Nice job. So go ahead and make any adjustments here. Maybe you can sway the hips, whatever you need before we take that onto the opposite side. So again, finding your foundation in table pose. The wrists are under the shoulders here. And as we inhale, we kick that left leg back now. The left knee or the left heel is in line with your hip. Toes point down, your foot is flexed. And again, hug the low belly in. Hug the low floating ribs in. Breathe. Gaze is towards the tip of the mat. Take 1 more breath. And as you exhale, hug that knee in towards your nose. We crunch. Inhale, lengthen back out. Exhale, you crunch. Inhale to lengthen. Take 2 more. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. On this last one, crunch it in and hold. Pause. And we're going to open up this left knee to the left. So inhale to lift it up, keeping a bend in your knee. Your foot is flexed. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reach. Try to keep the hips level here. Inhale, lower. 2 more. Inhale, lift it up. And exhale, lower. 1 more here, lift it up. And then we lower it down. Step that left foot up in between your hands. Taking that grounded crescent again. Keep that knee in line with your ankle, rooting into the top of that right foot. And inhale, reach the arms all the way up to the sky. And breathe. Really keeping integrity here, letting the tailbone hug down. Lengthen it here. And breathe. Take 2 more breaths in and out through your nose. Really grounding from the top of that right foot. Maybe even spread through the toes. Find some stability. 1 more breath. Then exhale, plant the hands down. Step that left foot back into your tabletop pose. Nice job. Now we're going to sink back into child's pose. So the big toes come together. Walk your knees out wide. And then sink your bum back towards your heels. The hands reach forward as you let the forehead melt down towards the earth. But try to keep this an active child's pose. So really walk your hands forward so that the forearms start to lift. And breathe here. Knowing that this pose is accessible whenever you need it, take 1 more breath. And then go ahead and rise up, come back into your tabletop pose. And we'll thread the needle. So that right hand or the left hand stays down as you inhale to reach your right arm all the way up, lengthen, and then exhale to thread that right arm underneath your left. Let the right side of the face come down towards the earth. And your choice what you do with this left hand. You can walk it out in front of you, or you can wrap it around the low back, or you can just keep it right next to the face. Whatever you need, take 2 more breaths. Press into the left palm as you inhale, reach that right arm back up towards the sky, open through the chest. And exhale, plant the right hand down. Opposite side, right hand plants, inhale, reach that left arm up. Reach up and then lengthen and take it to the right. So that left hand comes down underneath your right arm, and make that choice with the right hand out in front of you around the low back. And just notice that one side may be different than the other. And that's okay. No judgment, accepting exactly where you are. Take 1 more breath. And exhale, plant that right hand down, and inhale, reach the left arm back up. Nice work. Lower that left hand down. So we're going to come into a top of a push-up plank pose. So walk your hands out in front of you. You're going to curl your toes under, send your hips up so that they are in line with your shoulders. You can always lower down onto the knees, whatever you need. Breathe wherever you are. Let the shoulders be in line with the wrists, the eyes of the elbows turn forward. Heels energetically pull back, hug the low belly in. Tailbone energetically pulls back. Your hips in line with your shoulders. Take 1 more inhale. And as you exhale, downward facing dog. Hug low belly in until your hips start to lift and reach the hips forward and back. High and back. And breathe. So you really want to root into the inner sides of your palms, index finger and thumb. Press the forearms away from the earth. Think of your upper arm bones rotating outwards so that your shoulders are pressing together on the back. And then with the legs here, you can pedal out the feet, bend into one knee and the other, come on and off the tippy toes, whatever movements that you need. We'll take 2 more breaths in and out here. And then on your next breath in, gaze between your hands and just walk your way up to the top of the mat in a forward fold. So once you get into this forward fold, inhale to lift up halfway, lengthen through your spine. The hands can come to the shins, the thighs, or into the floor if you have the flexibility in your hamstrings. And exhale, hinge and fold forward. Twice more. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Think like a figure 7 shape in the body. Exhale, fold. 1 more time. Inhale, lift up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale to fold for Uttanasana. Breathe. Pause here. Maybe bring a generous bend into your knees. Let your head and your neck hang heavy here. So choice to
Bring the elbows or connect opposite elbows. Maybe wrap your hands around the backs of the legs near the calves. And breathe. Maybe shake your head yes and no. Options here. Okay, go ahead and release your bind. Hands come near the earth. Inhale to lift up halfway, long spine. And exhale to fold forward. This time, root to rise. Inhale, circle the arms, lift up, gaze up. And exhale, bring hands through heart center, Samasthiti. Nice job. Lower the hands down by your sides, mountain pose, Tadasana. Breathe here. Really rooting into all four corners of your feet. Start to engage through the legs. Let the tailbone lengthen down. Firm in the legs. Shoulders are soft and away from the ears. Take one more breath. Inhale, circle the arms up, reach up. And exhale, hinge and fold forward. Starting to find movement here in your spine as you inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, stand tall. Inhale, reach up. And as we exhale, we fold again, hinging down. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Stand tall, reach the arms up. Inhale. And exhale, bow down, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, reach the arms up, stand tall. Exhale, hinge it down to forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway, pause. So keep this halfway lift, keep the heart lifted, the gaze shining forward. See if you can bend your knees to plant your hands, keeping that lift in the heart. Step that right foot back, and then step your left foot back so you're in the top of a push-up. Again, you have the option to lower into the knees. Hug the low belly in, and slowly lower with control as you hug the elbows in towards the rib cage. All the way onto the belly. So from here, uncurl your toes. Let the hands fall underneath your shoulders. Elbows really press back so that the shoulders come together behind you. Rooting into the tops of the feet, let the kneecaps lift, engage through your quadriceps. Breathe. And on your next breath in, take baby cobra as you lift the head and the chest. Exhale, lower down. Twice more. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, lower. This time, press into the hands, uncurl or tuck your toes, and then really press up into that top of your push-up. Inhale, reach up. And then exhale, downward dog. Let the hips go back. And breathe. Take one more breath. Then as you inhale, rise to your toes, gaze between your hands, and then make your way again to the top of the mat in a forward fold. You could step, walk, hop, whatever you need. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, reach up, lift the arms. And exhale, hands come through heart center. Nice job. Okay, so we're going to move through some Surya Namaskar, letter A, Sun A. Let your hands come down by your sides. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hinge and fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Keep this lift in the heart, lift in the chest. Bend your knees to plant your hands. This time, step your left foot back, then step your right foot back, top of that push-up. Take a breath in, and again, slowly lower all the way down towards the belly. Uncurl your toes, hands come underneath your ribs or underneath your shoulders. Inhale, baby cobra, lift the head and the chest. Exhale, lower. This time, if you want to come into upward facing dog, press into your hands, into the feet, engage your legs, and inhale, straighten the arms, lift up, lift the hip points, breathe. Pause here, hugging the low belly in, let the shoulders come down the back. Try not to lock in the elbows, take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, engage through your belly, lift the hips, downward facing dog, curl the toes under. Nice. And breathe. Take one more breath here, in and out. Then on your next inhale, come to the toes and rise up. Look between your hands, top of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale, fold down. Root to rise, stand tall. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, hands come through heart center. Lower the hands down by your sides. We'll take one more round just like this. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, hinge and fold forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, plant your hands, step it back, top of that push up. Now your choice, you can lower all the way down or halfway. Take chaturanga, bend into your elbows, lower halfway down the shoulder, heads hover. Inhale, uncurl the toes, upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Breathe. Take one more deep breath here, in and out through your nose. And on your next breath in, come to the toes, gaze between your hands, and make your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway, long spine. Exhale, fold. Root to rise as you stand tall. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands come through heart center. Nice. Lower the hands down by your sides. Take a breath here. And on your next inhale, bend your knees to drop your seat and sweep the arms forward for chair pose. Breathe. Let your weight be into your heels. See if you can wiggle the toes. Really hug the belly in, hug the low ribs in, breathe. Shoulders are soft, collarbones broaden. One more deep breath in and out. And then straighten the legs, bow down, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step the left foot back so you're bending into your right knee. We're in a low runner's lunge. You're on the ball of the back foot. Let's take a twist. The left fingertips stay down. Inhale, reach that right arm up. Breathe here. See if you can hug the right hip back. Take one more inhale. Let the right fingertips come down. Extended side angle. So drop the left heel. Let your right forearm come onto the right thigh. Reach that left arm up. And then you can take the left hand over the ear, the left arm over the ear, reaching the fingertips forward. The pinky side of your left hand points towards the earth, really rotating from the upper ribs as your heart shines forward. See if you can gaze past the armpit. Breathe. Really pressing that right shoulder away from your right ear. Take one more inhale out. And then inhale, rise up, warrior two. Strong foundation, strong pose. Having length in your legs here. Rooting from the outer edge of that left foot, bending into the right knee. Letting the right knee track in line with your pinky toe. Making sure that you can still see your big toe on the right foot. Breathe. Don't let the knee roll in. Take one more breath. Strong pose. Reverse your warrior so the right arm comes up and overhead. You reach that left arm down the left leg or around the low back, your choice. Keeping that lunge in the front knee. Breathe. Okay, bring your arms back to a T, straighten the front leg, preparing for your triangle pose. Inhale, reach the right arm forward, sweep that right hip under you, and then as you exhale, the right fingertips can come towards the shin. If you have a block or the floor, breathe. Letting that left arm come up towards the ceiling, finding length in both sides of your waist, so try not to crunch down. If you're doing this, really press up, reach the heart forward. And the gaze can be up towards the fingertips or down towards the right foot, depending on how your neck feels. Take one more breath. And then as you exhale, windmill the fingertips down to frame that right foot, and you're gonna step forward, so the top of the mat, let the left foot meet the right. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, bend your knees, drop your seat, lift the arms. The tailbone lengthens, collarbone smile. Arms are strong. Take one more breath. As you exhale, straighten the legs, fold it back forward. Inhale, lift up halfway, long spine. Now as you exhale, step the right foot back, bending into the left knee so you're in that low runner's lunge. You're on the ball of the right foot. Really pressing the heel towards the earth to get a stretch in the back of the right leg. Let your right fingertips stay down. Inhale, reach the left arm up, open up to the left, take your twist. See if you can really squeeze the left hip back. Take one more breath. Now, as you exhale, you'll bring the fingertips down, extended side angle, so the right heel drops down. Your left hand comes on top of the left thigh as you reach that right arm up, and then take it overhead. Feel that rotation in the upper arm bone. The right fingers, the right pinky points down towards the earth. Rotating from the upper ribs, really pressing that left shoulder away from your ear. Take one more breath. Then we open it up to a warrior two. Let the arms open to a T. You're bending into that front knee, rooting to the outer edge of that right foot. Strong in your core, lengthening through your waist. Shoulders are soft, gaze is off the left fingertips. Take one more breath, in and out. Reverse your warrior. The left arm comes up and overhead. Reach that right arm down the right leg or around the low back. Finding that extension in the left side of your body. Keeping a lunge in the knee. Keep awareness there. Try not to let that knee roll in. Take one more inhale. Then bring the arms to a T, triangle pose as you straighten the left leg. Inhale, reach the left arm forward, scoop that right hip or the left hip back, and then exhale, the left fingertips come down as your right arm lifts up towards the ceiling. Lengthening through your waist, let the heart reach forward. Twisting from the upper ribs. Take one more inhale and exhale. Now as you exhale, let the hand or the gaze come down, windmill the fingertips down, and then we step forward, top of the mat. Nice job. Inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale, plant your hands, step back to the top of a push-up, take a breath in, and then your way to downward facing dog. Pausing here in downward facing dog. So this is not a resting pose, this is a pose of reflection. To come back to the tools that you have, come back to your breath. Active in the arms and the legs. On your next breath in, inhale the right leg up, three-legged dog. Keep the right toes pointed down. Integrity in your hips, the foot is flexed. Take one more breath. And as you exhale, hug that knee in toward your nose, take a crunch. Inhale, come back, kick it back, three-legged dog. And exhale, bring that right knee up in between your hands. So now we're coming into a crescent warrior. So you're staying on the ball of the left foot. You inhale to lift the arms up and breathe. Again, hugging the low belly in to protect your low back. Hug the low floating ribs in, breathe. Okay, bullet pose, reach the arms back behind you. Strong here, the upper body leans forward just a little bit. Think of your head as a long diagonal all the way out to the back of your foot. The hands face one another, engage through the arms, feel the triceps, and breathe. Okay, you can stay here or bring your hands together in front of the heart. We're coming into a warrior three. So come off of that back leg, engage through your right leg. Feel the strong energy all the way up the right leg. Your foot is flexed in the back. Toes point down, breathe. Hands can be at heart center or airplane arms, your choice. Take one more inhale. And then as you exhale, step the left foot up to meet the right. Top of the mat, chair pose. Bend your knees, drop your seat. Nice job. And then as you exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway, long spine. And then exhale to plant your hands, step it back, top of your push-up, and then your choice, making your way to downward facing dog. Take a breath in and out. And on your next breath in, inhale, lift the left leg up towards the sky. Then exhale, crunch that knee in towards your nose. Inhale, kick it back. And exhale, step it forward so that left foot is up in between your hands. You're on the ball of the right foot. Inhale, engage through the core, lift the arms, crescent warrior. Take a breath in and out. And you'll reach your arms back behind you, bullet pose. Start to lean your upper body forward, strong in the arms, engagement all the way up, the fingertips all the way through your shoulders. Take one more deep breath here. So we're going to take flight now. So your choice, hands can come to heart or keep them in airplane arms. Start to bring weight into that left foot, straighten the leg, come off of your right. The foot is flexed, the toes point down, and breathe. Focus on something not moving. Thinking of that left big toe as a hook to keep you steady here on your mat. Take one more breath, hug muscle to bone, you've got it. Okay, step that right foot forward, top of the mat, chair pose, bend your knees, drop your seat, lift your arms, you're doing great. And this time we stand tall, reach the arms up, and then bring hands together in front of the heart. Lower the hands down by your sides. Just taking a moment here to reflect and notice how you feel. Coming back to the breath if it got away from you. And go ahead, inhale, reach your arms all the way up. And exhale to fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale to plant your hands, step it back. Top of that push-up transition through your downward facing dog. Nice. On your next breath in, inhale that right leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. And then as you exhale, you're gonna bring the right knee in towards your right tricep and then step the right foot outside of your right hand. We're gonna come into baby dragon. So lower onto that left knee and curl your left toes. So the right foot is on the outside of your right hand, about as wide as your mat. And you have the option to stay on the hands, or if you want to lower onto the forearms, make the choice that feels good for you. We're going to be here for 4 breaths. So sitting with yourself in your hips. It's said that a lot of our emotions are held and stored in the hips. So just be here and notice how you feel. Starting to slow the heart rate down. And start to heel toe, or if you're on your forearms, come up onto the hands. And start to heel toe that right foot back to center so that your right hand can come back to the outside of your right foot. And then you're gonna shift back into half splits. So shift your heels towards that left heel and straighten the right leg, the right toes come up. So don't round here, just keep yourself lifted, and blocks could be good here if you want to use those. Breathe. And just think of bringing your chin towards your shin, letting the gaze fall towards the toes, sending the breath wherever you need it to the back of that left or the right leg. Take one more breath. And start to bring a bend back into this right knee. And we're going to come into half frog. So bring your hands to the inside of the right foot and then just slowly make adjustments with the right leg so that you can swing the right knee open and then lower down onto the belly. Make a pillow with your hands, or your hands can be at cactus, whatever feels good to feel comfortable, and just relax here with your breath. Opening up through the hip once more. Take 3 more inhales, 3 more exhales. Okay, gently bring that right leg back to meet your left. And you're going to bring the heels in towards your bum, bend into your knees, and just let the feet fall from side to side. And shake out that hip. And let the legs fall back behind you. The hands come underneath your shoulders. As you curl the toes under, press back to the top of a push-up, and then downward facing dog. Again, finding that transition or that foundation in your downward dog as we prepare for the left side. Inhale, reach the right or the left leg up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, the left knee comes to the left tricep, and then you step that left foot to the outside of your left hand. Lower down onto your right knee, uncurl your right toes. Baby dragon, again, your choice here. You can stay on the hands or lower onto the forearms, or even blocks might be nice if the floor just feels too far away today. Whatever you need, you have 4 breaths. Again, sitting with yourself and just noticing anything that comes up. And slowly come back up onto your hands. And heel toe that left foot back towards center so that the left hand can come to the outside of the left pinky toe. And half split, so shift your hips back towards that right heel, straighten through the left leg, left toes point up towards you. And breathe, feeling the length in the back of the leg. And again, keep the thinking, bringing your chin towards your shin versus the forehead. Keep the back of your spine long. Let the neck be an extension of your spine. Okay, bring a bend back into that left knee. And then you'll walk your left hand again to the inside of the left foot and then adjust this left leg so that you can come into half frog. So bringing the left knee to the outside of your left hip and slowly lowering all the way down onto your belly and making whatever choice feels good with your hands. And if you were laying on one side of the face the last time, see if you can lay on the opposite and just relax the head down. Keeping a nice conscious and active breath. Take 3 more inhales. Okay, slowly start to bring that left leg back to meet your right. And again, bend into your knees, hug the heels in towards your glutes, and then drop the legs from side to side. Let the legs come back long, coming into Sphinx pose. So forearms here. You let the elbows be underneath your shoulders, the wrists in line with the elbows. Spread through your fingertips, press firmly into the hands as you pull the heart through the arms. The shoulder heads, or the backs of the shoulder heads come together. Let your gaze fall towards the thumbs. And breathe. We have about 4 breaths here. So if you want to tuck your chin in toward your chest to stretch out the back of the neck, or maybe even circle the head around, whatever feels good for you, just feeling a gentle stretch in that low back. Take 1 more deep breath in and out. And go ahead and release down. So the legs come together. We're going to push back into a turtle shell pose. So press into your hands. Let your hips come back towards your heels. Then your forehead drops down towards the earth. Reach your arms around to grab hold of the feet. And the shoulders are soft and heavy. Just counter stretch that little back bend we did. Okay, and then when you're ready, slowly make your way up. And we're going to come into a seated pose. So wide-legged fold here. or a wide-legged pose, I should say. So let the legs come out wide. And you're going to hug the right knee in, and the right sole of the foot is going to come to the inside of your left leg. So try to keep this leg active here, keeping a flex in the foot. And so your left hand is going to come on top of your right knee, and you'll reach that right arm up and overhead, taking a side bend here, really keeping the heart lifted, similar to how we did earlier. And inhale, rise up. We'll take a twist. So the right fingertips come behind you, keeping that left hand on the right knee. Inhale to reach your spine long, and then exhale to twist. Try not to fall back into that hand. Okay, come back through center. So adjust your torso so that you can fold over this left leg. So inhale, lengthen through your spine, and then exhale to hinge and fold forward. Sending your breath to wherever you feel any tightness or tension. Okay, inhale to rise up, and then bring that right leg out to the side and swap it out. So the left knee comes in, the left sole of the foot comes to the inside of that right leg. Again, keeping this right leg strong. Your right hand comes on top of your left knee, and inhale to reach the left arm up and overhead, taking that side extension. Let the heart stay lifted, and just breathe in and out through your nose. On your next inhale, rise up. We'll take that twist so the left fingertips stay behind you. As you reach through the spine, reach through the crown of your head, and then start to twist on your exhale. Again, notice if you're cranking in the neck. Take one more deep breath in and out. Go ahead, come back through center and adjust your torso again so that you can fold over this right leg. The hands come to either side of your leg as you inhale, lengthen. And exhale to slowly walk your way over the right leg and breathe, folding forward. Okay, slowly go ahead and lift up. This time we'll bring the soles of the feet together. So taking a fold forward here, but I really want you to think about keeping the chest lifted. Don't round in your back because we're going to do that later. So the hands can come onto the ankles or the shins, the feet, whatever feels good. Inhale, lengthen through your heart, and then see if you can hinge forward from your hips. So even if that means you don't move forward very far, try not to do one of these. Keep the heart lifted and breathe. The gaze is out in front of you. The spine is long. The neck is an extension of your spine. Take one more deep breath in and out. Okay, slowly rise up. Now we're going to bring the hands under the legs. So it could be under the shins or the ankles or even grab all the way to the feet. But we will round in the back here. So inhale, lengthen. And then as you exhale, fold forward, tuck your chin. Maybe let the shoulders become heavy. Broaden through your back so that the shoulder blades start to open. Inhale to release and rise up, and we will make our way to lying on the back. So once you get to lying on your back, we'll hug our knees into the chest. And then just rock from side to side, massage the top of the hip points and the low back. And we'll take a happy baby pose. So pulling your knees in towards either armpit. And reaching the soles of the feet up towards the ceiling. You can grab a hold of the legs wherever it feels good. It could be the thighs or the shins, maybe the outer edges of your feet, or you grab hold of the big toes with your peace fingers. But keep the head and the neck and the shoulders heavy. Really root down through your tailbone, so try not to do one of these. Really pull your tailbone down into the earth, thinking of yourself as a happy baby. Open up through the hips one more time. Then go ahead and hug your knees into the chest. And we'll let the soles of the feet plant down onto the earth. Heel toe your feet so they're as wide as your mat. And then let your arms open to a T. You're going to drop both knees over to the right, as if you were windshield wipering your knees back and forth. But you're going to pause here. And if you want a little bit more, let that right ankle come on top of the left knee to pull the knee further in towards the earth. And then if it feels okay on your neck, you can let the gaze fall over that left shoulder. And if this doesn't feel good in the legs, you can always stack the knees. Just listen to your body and do what feels good for you. And slowly come back through to center. The feet are as wide as your mat, and you'll take it the opposite way. So drop the knees towards the left. And if you want a little bit more, the left ankle comes on top of that right knee to push the knee further down. An option to gaze over that right shoulder if it feels okay on your neck. And go ahead and come back through to center. Give yourself one more final squeeze before we prepare for our resting pose. And then when you're ready, start to lengthen your legs all the way out. The ankles come to either corner of your mat. The feet fall open, letting your hands come down by your sides, palms face up to receive all of the benefits that you've just gotten from taking this practice. Let's take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, let it go. One more, just like that. Deep breath in. Exhale, release it out. And then seal your lips and gently breathe your natural rhythm of breath. And start to soften your gaze, maybe close through your eyes. Feeling your head become heavy, relaxing the jaw. Let your shoulders become soft and melt down towards the earth. The arms become heavy. The tips of the hips release. Letting the legs melt down into the earth. So we use this time to find stillness and to process. So stay here as long as you'd like. Finding rest in your Shavasana. Great job.
So gently begin to deepen your breath, bringing awareness back to the space, back into your body. Wiggling your fingertips and in your toes. Circle your ankles and your wrists. Dropping your head from side to side to massage the back of the skull. Just finding some gentle movement, reawakening in your body. And reaching the arms behind you, the legs come together for a full body stretch. We'll take a deep breath in through the nose. And open the mouth, sigh it out. Hug your knees back into your chest. And then when you're ready, making your way up to a seated position. Sitting up nice and tall, maybe cross at your ankles. Let's bring the hands together in front of the heart and humbly bow your head in. And just giving yourself thanks for taking this time to stretch and to release anything that doesn't serve you, so that you can make space for the things that do, to elevate you to your highest and best self, being proud of the work that you've done. Let's take one more deep breath in together. And exhale, let it go. Namaste. Thank you guys for joining me. Check out all of the classes that we are streaming live, or that we are streaming for you guys. I hope to see you in the studio soon.